bigger, let me give it to you. Whatever you need, I got it. You need to know anything, just ask and I'll provide. Whatever you want, I got it.
Hello. Welcome to Looking for Love. I'm your host, Trey Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New Nation Network. If you caught that, be back at 8 p.m. because a whole lot changed in a little bit of time. So we come here to bridge the gap between Generation X men and Generation X women. We don't judge. We're not here to argue, bicker back and forth. We're here to learn about each other from a male perspective and a female perspective from Gen X. So let's get started. Lamar, how was your last 2 weeks? Because we didn't see each other last week because I was not feeling well.
No, you feeling better? No, I'm doing good. Just piddling around the house, getting ready to start working and stuff. So I'll be in New York in 2 weeks. So we need to talk.
Hercules.
Yeah. So how's your week?
Crazy, busy. You know, Jermaine's back in school. I'm back in the hustle and the bustle of the traffic and the driving and being a mommy on the mommy line. I'm like, wait a minute, because you know he came from an old egg.
Right.
I had him when I was 39, so you know I'm 55 in the school line. Everybody else's kids is grown. I'm just like, this is crazy. Right. But that he's doing really good. I'm thankful for that. We found a good school for him, and I just learned a lot this week about autism. Like I was so nervous, you know, like telling them, you know, he may have a behavior, he might scratch you or bite you or hit you, whatever, and they were like, okay. And then when I saw all of the kids, because the last school he was in was a regular school, regular public school, so they had an autism class. This is an autism school. Everybody has autism. So all of the teachers are trained.
And you know what? That is a direct thing that somebody needs to be looking at and going like, when you and I were kids, we never heard of this.
Right.
Now there's a whole school of kids.
Oh, it's whole schools everywhere.
So it's like what it's in it's our food system. They're doing things to us. So it's like, you know, people call me conspiracy theorists, but I'm like, think about it. We're at the ages that, remember when you were in school, nobody had peanut allergies.
No.
Nobody was autistic. You know, it was like, where did all these things come from in the last 30 years?
Right. Yeah. So like I said, I was just so happy because some of the boys that I saw there, they're way bigger than Jermaine. And the school goes from 13 to 21. So there's these people are dealing like with grown, like big. And I'm just like, I'm so worried about Jermaine. Like Jermaine is a peanut compared to some of them. So I was like, okay. And they were like, he's doing so good. And you know, the thing about it is if he does have a behavior, so what? I was so stressed out over him having the behavior and them not being able to handle it or whatever. And I just was freaking myself out. But anyway,
they're probably the best of the best at that school.
Yeah, they're really good. And they just, you know, sent me a note home today. They're like, he's doing really well. You know, he's adjusting well. And I'm just like, good. Thank you, God, because I need my sanity. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New U Nation Network YouTube channel. If you're on any other spot, come on over to the New U Nation Network YouTube channel so we can see your comments, share your comments. If you are on YouTube and you are enjoying what you're seeing, you can hit the thank you button below the screen and give us a super. You can donate as much as you want or as little as you want. We accept change and we accept bills that fold. So we're going to get right to it. If this is your first time here, here's the run of show. First, we do our What Would You Do, where we answer our viewers' questions. And here is a precursor. What would you do is just what we would do. We're not telling you what to do. What you do is what you do. Then we do our Let's Sip on It, our celebrity relationship news. Let's sip on that. And then we do our Beauty and the Beast segment, which is our health and wellness segment, where we give you a health and wellness tip. And again, here's our disclaimer. Anything we give you is a tip. Please ask your doctor before you do anything that we say or anything that anybody else says. Please ask your doctor anything that deals with medical or anything before you stop your pills. We didn't tell you to. Right. Your doctor. We just giving tips that we learn from. And then we give our final thoughts and we send you on your way. And we hope that you come back next week. So we're going to get started with our What would you do segment? Hey Maritza, how are you? We have to show her on the screen because she is a member of the New You Nation Network. Woo, Maritza.
Woo!
Thank you. So let's get to our first question. I don't know what's up with my husband lately. Every time I try to get intimate with him, he only wants me to give him hand jobs. After we are in the act for a few minutes, he says, "Can you use your hand and lube?" I'm so confused. I ask him what's the deal, and he really doesn't have an answer. This has been going on for a few months now. Any idea what the issue could be, Lamar? You don't want me to tell you what the issue is? Okay, Lamar.
So he's preferring hand jobs over sex. Maybe she has the best hand jobs.
Or maybe something wrong with the cootie.
That might be a 5-star hand job. Shit.
Maybe she do it fast. I don't know. Like she said, any reason why a man would do that. That's why I guess she said Lamar.
I would prefer a hand job over sex, but I mean,
you would?
No.
Oh, I thought you said I would.
It might be a situation where maybe he don't want to do all the work no more. Maybe he just want to be taken care of. Maybe he just want to lay back and you. I tell you, from a man's standpoint, when your woman makes you climax where you don't do it, it is more intense for the man.
Oh. Or maybe I don't know, maybe is it dry down there, or is it taking him too long when it comes to him being with you? Have you gained weight? There's some questions, a plethora of questions I would ask. Have you gained weight? Is it clean down there? Is it, I don't know, is it smelly? Is it like, is something going on? No, seriously, because something changed where he wants a hand job with lube.
But, yeah, I mean, it could be those, but it sounds, if he's our age, he's tired of pumping.
Oh, well, that's a good one. Maybe.
I mean, you know, when's the last time you got on top? When's the last time you took it from him? Got to ask yourself on that too. I mean, sometimes we get tired of pumping.
Oh, so that's maybe why. Well, I guess she asked you because you're a man. I wouldn't know why a man would prefer.
I mean, it could be what you said, but it also, I would lean first towards, he's probably tired. He probably wants you to take it from him.
Oh, well, try getting on top and come back next week and tell us what happens.
Yes, let us know.
Yeah, please let us know. I'm interested. Like, I don't know, maybe.
No, I'm telling you, from a man's, when a woman rides you and she makes you climax, it's way more intense than you pumping.
Oh, is it when a woman gets on top?
Yeah, when she takes it from you, whether she's giving you a blowjob or whatever, when she takes it from you, most black women don't do that. But you know, it's just like, yeah, they act like it's acid. Get off me! Get off me!
Oh no! When she takes it from you,
yeah, take it. Take it.
Take it.
Take
Girl,
it.
go ahead and take it. So, if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. If you just tuned in, we are answering one of our viewers' questions. So don't think that you came in on something crazy, because you know sometimes you turn something on, you be like, "What are they talking about?" So if you want to hear what she asked, you got to go back and look at the replay, because we're gonna get to our next question, because we got a lot to cover tonight. Because we ain't been here in a minute, because I wasn't feeling well, but I'm back, baby. So let's get to the next question. My husband left me because of my weight. He begged me for years to lose weight. Not only because he was no longer attracted to me, but I had a few major health scares. Well, I went and lost almost 200 pounds and then back to my old weight. I've tried to rekindle our marriage, but he still wants to move on with the divorce, even after I've done my part. I don't think it's fair. How can I change his mind? Girl, he done moved on. You late.
Is the thing with most women. If you got a good man and you let him get outside, he ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. You get out there and women start talking to him, and the caliber of women, he can get a cuter woman. He's out of there. I just saw the thing where Nelly's ex, she was playing games, and she was kind of like, well, I thought that if we were apart, that he would miss me. Oh, he missed you, all right. When got somebody else pregnant and got married.
Wow.
Why are you playing these games? Like,
but you always say this, Lamar. You always say, even when we have our sidebar conversations, it's just me and you talking, you always say women always got to lose a man to go to the gym and get themselves together, or they got to break up before they get themselves together. And that's just not what we need to do. Because why did it take him filing for divorce for you to lose 200 pounds and then for you to say you don't think it's fair? I'm sorry that you don't think it's fair, but it is fair, because when you weren't doing what he asked and he left, he probably moved on with somebody else. There's nothing you can do to get a man back if he don't want you. So I'm sorry that this is happening to you, and I know how hard it is to process wanting to be with somebody still and then moving on. So I'm going to encourage you, sis, like for real. I'm going to encourage you to really get some help. I'm going to encourage you to go to some counseling, some therapy, because you're going to see him move on with somebody else really soon. Because I believe the reason why he's not coming back to you, if you got back down to your size and you're looking good, is because he's probably moved on to somebody else. And this is going to be a shock to your nervous system, because you still want him. You still loved him. You still wanted to be here. You just wasn't willing to put the work in on time. And now you've lost something. And sometimes it takes losing something to see the value of it, but sometimes it's too late. So
tell y'all ladies again, yeah, if you got a man and he does most of the things you like, give him some grace, because you don't want to be back out in these streets. I'm telling you. Make it work. You don't want to be out here. I'm telling you.
You do not want to be out here in these streets. These streets are not what you think. But listen, sis, just brace yourself, because you want to know right now. You want closure. You want to know why he won't take you back. And you're going to find out that it's another woman, that he's moved on to somebody that's probably in shape. And you're going to have to bear the burden of that. So we're going to move on to our next question. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. I have a little bit of a situation. Hold on.
Maritza, she said, how many women wish her husband would speak to her? Yeah,
right.
A lot of women don't understand what it takes for a man to open up. And when he does open up and then you shut it down, that's what, we've had multiple conversations about that. And men are very easy. And if we show you something and you make it feel weird or evil or chop our head up, we're done.
Right. Okay. So we're going to get to our next question. Sorry about that brief intermission, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So here's our next question. If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. I'm your host, Trey Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
And if you have a question that you would like to send to us and have us answer it live, you can send to info@newunationnetwork.com, info@newunationnetwork.com, or you could DM us on our social media. I'm at Trey Kearney on Instagram, and he is
MAR_T_HALL13.
Yes. So let's get to our next question. My husband has been talking about moving his 15-year-old daughter into our home because she's having issues with her mother. His daughter is very mouthy and spoiled by both of them. My children are 22 and 26, one in college and one on his own. I do not want his daughter to move in with us. We've been married for 4 years, and I don't think the mother is the only problem. I have not told him yet that it's a no for me. Do you think this will destroy our marriage?
Well, you married him and you knew he had a child, so there's always a potential of that happening. So what I would voice your concerns, sit down and talk, put down some strict guidelines, and hold the young lady accountable to those guidelines. See, if it's disrespect and things of that nature, that cannot be tolerated. And he has to agree with that. And then, she's got to go back where she came from, because you can't disrespect me in my house. So they just need to sit down and be very detailed with what they're trying to accomplish, and let her know, if you're disrespectful, if you're this, if you're mouthy, if you're this, listen, you can go back to your mama's. And she needs to
don't let her come.
I mean, he has to give it a chance, because you can't put him in a hard spot with his daughter. I mean, she married him knowing, so she knew that he had a child. And so let's flip it again. What if the shoe's on the other foot and it's her child? Just because your children are grown and they don't need assistance today, don't mean they won't need assistance later.
No, let me just say this. Let me just say, sit down with her and the mother. Sit down with the father, the daughter, the mother, and you, and have a conversation in front of the mother, because children are manipulative. And like she said, I don't think it's all the mother. Sit down with both of them and see how that conversation goes, and see what the mother says, because the mother's going to say, she don't listen. She don't want to go to school. She don't clean her room. She be cursing me out. And all of these things are going to show. The truth is going to show up. Don't let her come into your house without having a conversation with the mother in front of her. So many people, when these situations come, the father takes the child at the child's word. Meanwhile, the child was giving the mother hell, and then the father gonna get in the house and be like, you got to go back to your mother. But if everybody sits down collectively, and then you see that there is a problem with the mother and the daughter, and it is the mother, like, because we got some wacko jacko mothers too. So if it is a problem with the mother, I don't know, is the mother ghetto? Is the mother running the streets? Is the mother abusive? Whatever it might be. But sit down with both. And if you'll see if it's the mother, then you can make a more informed decision of,
that's fair.
The mother is the problem. But when you sit down and it's both of them, because she's going to come to the house. Children don't want to live with rules. And most of the time, listen, when children live with a single mother, there are rules and regulations. When they go to their father's house, it's all fun and games. And they don't have respect for the new partner, because they think, this my father, it's fun and games. Every time I was coming on the weekends, we was going to great adventures. We was going out to eat. We was buying stuff. No, now you live with us. The dynamic has changed. There's rules and regulations. You can't be in here blasting music. You got to go to bed at a certain time. So don't bring that problem into your house without first talking to the mother, the other adult, the co-parent, to see exactly what the problem is. Because I promise you, it's probably not the mother. She's a teenager. How old?
15.
Oh yeah.
15-year-old mamas and daughters don't get along anyway. So
that's what I'm saying. So you're just trying to escape accountability. Most of the time, kids, when they want to come live with their father, or vice versa, it's because the home that they're in with the parent, there's accountability. So I promise you, I'm not saying don't let her come live with you. I'm just saying don't let her come live with you now without having a conversation in front of everybody.
That's fair.
Don't sit down with her and be like, well, why do you want to come live with us? And she bash her mama. We all gonna go to come have a family meeting and come to dinner. And you could call the ex-wife and say, hey, I don't believe that you're doing anything wrong, but I would like to sit down and talk to figure out this whole thing out, and then you'll see. So
I like that.
Because she'll tear your house up. Listen, I already told you, I will never date a man with a daughter ever again. Never, no, not me, ever, no, never again. Because little girls, and I'm saying this because I was a little girl, are manipulators. And the older they get, the more they manipulate. That's why we got a bunch of manipulating women running around, because they was manipulating little girls that didn't get the work they needed done. So don't bring that little manipulating woman in your house.
I wonder what my daughter would say. I don't think she thinks I'm no pushover. I think she thinks I'm tough.
Ask her.
Yeah, I will.
And let me know what she says. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. If you are enjoying the show, there is a button underneath that says thank you. If you click on it, it will instruct you what to do to support us. And we appreciate you. Love your take on this. Thank you so much. The fathers are not, hold on, let me read some of y'all comments. Lee said, I love your take on this. Saf says, set rules and stand by them. The fathers are not having it. We not soft when it comes to accountability. Okay, Saf Supreme.
That's what I say. I mean, I'm big on accountability.
Okay, the fathers then jumped into the chat.
Hey,
like, don't be talking about we don't hold our kids accountable. All right, now come on over to the New U Nation Network YouTube channel so we can put your comments on the screen. So let's get to our next question. I have a 17-year-old daughter my wife doesn't know about. We've been married for 24 years. The woman told me she had an abortion, but then reached out when the child was 8, saying she only wanted child support. I've been supporting the child ever since. I've only seen her twice. Her mother reached out to warn me because the child is asking her mother about me and looking for me. This could potentially ruin my life. What would you do?
He's got man up. I mean, he's got man up. I mean, yeah, it's over with that, buddy.
If you have a strong marriage, right? Because people cheat. So clearly he cheated many, many years ago, right? That was a long time ago. The child is 17 now. And you thought when you cheated that you got was done in the dark, always gonna come to light. But if you have a strong marriage, seriously, we saw the woman on our last show that said she ironed her husband's clothes to go see the side chick. So it all is not lost, brother. If y'all have businesses built and y'all have other children, because you're probably old if the child is 17, y'all been married 24 years. So you're definitely Gen X. So if you're older and your wife is mature, y'all can get through this. But boy, are you gonna have hell to pay, because when you found out when that child was 8 years old, you should have told your wife.
Let another 9 years go.
That's going to be the problem. That's going to be the problem.
Well, the marriage would have ended 9 years ago.
No, it wouldn't have.
Well, when he found out when the child was 8, if he had gone to her and said, "Hey, listen, I cheated. I got a kid now," that it would have been over with. That's why he did.
Because if he said, I cheated, and the woman was supposedly had an abortion, that's why I didn't tell you.
Yeah, she ain't trying to hear that. That don't even sound right. Shit is over.
Yes. Ooh,
it's over. He's got to sit in the shit he made. I mean, unfortunately, and
oh man,
I just don't. This is what I say. Listen, I don't run from being a cheater, but I never had unprotected sex. Like, what are you guys out here doing, man? Like,
there's so many men. But again, like I said, there are women who will stick. This woman said, I would iron my husband's clothes to see the side chick. Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade had a baby on her. And I know that's a different tax bracket, but we don't know. This man might have money. So,
I mean, and money fixes everything. If they got a great lifestyle, and
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying to him, you definitely got to tell, because that girl gonna find you. Because it's not hard to find.
It's not the child's fault. So you just need to be grown and sit down and take your medicine, and whatever comes of it, comes of it. I mean, the message out here, guys, listen, if you guys are gonna cheat, golly, man, stop running up in naked head and you got your wife at home. At the worst, it's a baby. What if you come home and you be like, I just found out I got HIV. What is wrong with you? Like.
Did you say naked?
Yeah, naked head.
Where do you get these things from? Wait a minute. I'm about to have a whole t-shirt line messing with you, because you just be saying stuff that I never
that was a whole thing when we were kids. Like, run up, rap songs, run up in them naked head.
That must be some Kentucky stuff. I never heard naked head. Anybody else heard naked head? I don't know. I heard raw dog. I ain't never heard naked head. Listen, just tuned in. You tuned in to Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New U Nation Network YouTube channel. Talk about naked heads. No, we don't. That's not all we talk about. We talk about a whole lot of stuff. But we are here to bridge the gap between Generation X men and women in a healthy way, where we can have edutainment, where we can entertain you, have a good time. and educate you all at the same time so that our relationships can thrive. So we're going to get to our next question.
Yeah, one more question.
One more, yes. What's this one? I don't think that's all our questions that I wrote for the night. We blew through our questions real quick.
Got them.
That's all the ones yeah. Let me just look. Okay, so we're gonna get to our celebrity relationship news. And that is our
Met Gala?
Huh?
You see the Met Gala?
Yes.
It's getting weirder and weirder every year.
What did you think about Halle Berry's dress? Did you see it?
I saw a little bit of it.
Oh, I was not happy with that. I'll pull it up later.
I saw her fupa was sitting.
Yes. Yeah.
It was poking out the side.
Yes. No, that's not what we're doing. So you know about celebrity relationship news, but that was a good segue into it because I was like, you know what? I love me some Halle, but that was not cool for the 50 and overs. Like some stuff we just gotta.
She's what, 57, 58?
Yeah, some stuff we gotta know not to do that because the dress was not flattering. I love her, but that she looked like she was 6 months pregnant. I was like, oh no, like y'all had to not do that to him. Like that's not the no. And I know we have they call it the menopause belly, like the menopause belly.
Oh, that's welcome.
But you know you're going to be on a red carpet. You don't wear something like that. You wear something that cinches you in, or you wear something appropriate. Like she has a nice body, but that was not it. She
has a nice body for a 57-year-old. So let's disclaim that she's not 27. So it's like we don't want to see that. That's the problem with celebrities is that they mess with their face. They do all because they cannot stand not having attention. So you have to do something to get some attention. And I tell you, celebrities, they're weird people. They're all weirdos.
Yeah, I just didn't like. I was just like, no. Like I was just like, you know what? At this point, they are, not me and my crew, competing with you can't compete with these young women. You cannot put on a dress like that, like Cardi B. These women are young and they're not in menopause right now, so different things are not happening to them. We have to accept our bodies and we have to put on age-appropriate clothes and be okay with that. Like that was not cool. Like so many of the older women that I'm seeing now, I'm just like, we don't got to do this. Like you are Catwoman. Like you Storm. Like, no, you don't gotta do none of this.
I gotta do that. Yeah, it's true.
You could have came on there with some jeans and a hoodie.
Keep it classy, man. It's like
yes,
in a day and age where you can see so much, and it's cover up a little bit. It's like
that's the beauty.
Yeah, I mean, to let your mind. It's like I met a woman and does a great job of covering up.
Right.
I mean,
and
it's
appealing.
No, I mean it's refreshing. You kind of like damn, like okay, like all right, I didn't know all that was under there.
Right, and then when you dress fly, like when you have like even like some nice jeans, a nice white shirt, the right piece, the right centerpiece, a little jacket, and you got your right purse, and you look good with your clothes on, like you look. It's like ooh, because I see women who dress now. I'm like, she looks so nice, like she look clean, she look like. She got it together. Like I love the way Savannah James dresses, LeBron's wife. She just looks so classy every time I see. And she's young, but she looks classy every time I see.
She's late 30s.
That's young.
Well,
I'm late 50s.
Well, I'm just saying she's, LeBron's 40, so she's got to be almost 40.
Yeah, she's young. That's what I'm saying. Well, that's young to me as
younger, but compared in the life that she's in, she's wearing her skin. She doesn't have to do anything extra. And she is the perfect example of a woman that stays out of the way.
Right. And she's just a fashion icon. Like she is, as my niece would call it, a subtle flex. Like when you see her, she look like she smell good. Like you be like,
her skin is probably immaculate. She's probably exfoliating. She don't need to wear a lot of products and stuff like that. That's what we have to go back to. And I think over the next 10 to 20 years, the eyelashes, the hair, all that, the heavy makeup.
Yes.
Men don't want none of that. None of that is for us.
I always be looking at, I always look when I see a picture of Savannah James, I'm always like, I want to wear that outfit. I will wear that outfit. That looks good. Like she always looks good. Like
she's classy.
Everything from like her jewelry to her hair. Mm-hmm. I just feel like, yes, Savannah.
She's classy.
Strange.
Nobody get that either. Nobody get that one. I get it.
So let's fill up this celebrity relationship news. Oh my goodness. So let's just talk about this right here. Why did that go up? Not that. Let's add this to the stage. We Lord have mercy. So let's just talk about old Smokey. So Smokey is being accused of 85-year-old Smokey Robinson accused of sexual assault and battery by 4 different women, housekeepers. One woman said 20 times. They are also saying his wife knew over a span of 20 years. One woman said, she was abused over 20 times. So let's just talk about this a little bit. One woman said he would call her into rooms where there were no cameras. Now, why would you, this is just my question, and check me if I'm wrong. Why would you continuously go somewhere where you knew somebody was going to do something to you? Like, I'm not judging anybody or not saying this didn't happen. I'm just saying, why would you, if you knew the situation, stay in the situation for several years with a man that you know? And Smokey has spoke out. Smokey said, he said, I can't really say nothing, but he's disturbed by it. Like, he was like, this is
old man, and this is the last thing that's going to be tarnished on his career.
That's what I'm saying. He's 85.
He's 85. I mean, it's like, listen, there needs to be laws of women that do this type of stuff. And like, listen, I'm not a component of it. If you did something wrong, you should stand the crime. But I have a very hard time with understanding, like you said, if somebody over 20 years, somebody abused you and it was okay. Like what happened that you all of a sudden need to say something? Because I tell you right now, if somebody raped me, I'm telling you tomorrow. So
I don't know if I would tell tomorrow. And I understand like trauma, but why did you wait even if he was 75, 65, why would you wait until he's 85 years old? And first of all, you can't even expect him to remember. Like, I'm having problems remembering stuff from 20 years ago. I'm like, somebody be like, hey, remember we was at? I'm like, I wasn't there. They'd be like, here's the picture. I'd be like, oh shit, I was there.
I seen a video of Smokey still performing, and that's sad. I mean, he's barely walking around. He's 85 years old. So he's Smokey Robinson. He ain't gotta rape nobody. Like, come on, man. That's what I don't understand. Celebrities have groupies. That's why this whole Shannon Sharp thing is kind of bogus to me too. It's like, he ain't got to rape nobody, man. He's like, come on. That to me, that's just a trigger word, like must be misogynistic and stuff like that. Y'all, it's just a trigger word to get other people's attention. So you go, I'm serious. I'm being serious. Like, you can't be serious if this happened 20 times.
That's a good one, Miss Maritza. Maritza said, why not when the whole Me Too movement started? Right. So you had all of these opportunities where you felt safe. Like she said, the Me Too movement, where women felt safe sharing what happened to them. Why all of a sudden is 4 of y'all coming together to do this? I'm trying to figure out why. Like, I'm not understanding. Again, like she said, the one woman said he would call me in rooms where there was no cameras. Like, but why would you keep going for somebody to abuse you? Like, and again, we don't know the whole story with these young women. Like, from other countries that needed the money, or I don't know the whole story, but I'm just saying I would never, if a person violated me one time, I'll never come clean your house again. No, like what? Like, and I'm going straight to the police, but I'm never going to clean your house again.
Right. Listen,
and your wife knew? They saying his wife knew?
65-year-old Smokey Robinson was still getting panties thrown at him. So, that wasn't, they was probably okay with it when he was 65, but it ain't cool when he's 85. It's just like an ugly man could say, hey, beautiful. And she, you're harassing me. An attractive guy, hey, beautiful. Hey, how you doing? Just perspective. So,
right.
It's,
and again, is this some, like, he's 85. Y'all know that he ain't going to be around much longer.
But when you Google him, that's going to be the first thing that pops up.
Right. But I'm just saying, as far as the money grab, it's like, well, he's 85 now. We could probably make this happen because he can't remember or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could take advantage of him. So I'm not saying this didn't happen to these women because we don't want the people coming and going crazy. But I'm just saying a lot of the stuff that they're saying doesn't make sense, saying that his wife knew and she didn't do nothing. So why did y'all stick around if his wife knew? Like, what was this? Was this like, were y'all hired for sex? Like, I'm just trying to like figure the whole thing out because, again, I would never go back. And 4 of y'all kept going back to be violated.
Sounds like it's just like a smear campaign. But why Smokey? It's like,
right, like
ain't nobody talking about him.
Why do you want to tarnish his reputation now? And it's just crazy. And did you see the picture of Puffy?
No.
Oh, wow. Puffy was whole everything white. Oh.
I heard Odell Beckham then got pulled into this now. They named their trials going on. You know what? It's crazy thing about it. They ain't talking about it on the news and nothing.
Right. No, they're not.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why you have to look at the media and know that media is controlled. What you are seeing is being controlled. So you have to go to outside sources to figure out what's really going on.
Right. And they were asking the jurors, did they know who Michael B. Jordan was? A couple other people. Like,
here came, hey, listen, Michael B. Jordan's on fire right now. He's going to get thrown in there just because.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they were asking the jurors, like, do you know Michael B. Jordan? There's a couple other people they asked them that they know.
It's hunting season for celebrities. Dave Chappelle said it years ago. He said, man, he says
it's hunting season for Black celebrities because so many white celebrities have done so much dirt, like have done some heinous things, and nobody's talking about that.
Have you seen the picture of Ellen DeGeneres? She done aged horribly in the last
I didn't see
years. She's been living over there. Somebody in the comments like, yeah, because she's not getting her baby blood no more.
Oh no!
Like,
don't say that. Maybe she's stressing because this trial is coming up. So a lot of people who were involved with him, nobody wants to be pulled in court to be questioned about being friends with somebody or some things they may have done as adults. This is my thing. If these people was at parties having freak offs, like, and they was all grown, whoever it was, I could care less. But it's nobody's business if they was at this. And
I think it gets questionable when you have people that go, I didn't agree to this and I got drugged. That's when you are about, like you said, all right. If it's a party and everybody's in on it, it's cool. It's when you have external people come in and they not in on it and you make them part of it, whether they want to or not.
Right.
Because it's been like some guys said they wake up the next morning. They're like, damn, why my butt hurting?
Right. But I'm just saying,
I would kill somebody.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's sad that if Ellen was at these parties willingly with willing participants, right? And Ellen or whoever, whatever celebrities were there, and they were with willing participants, and everybody was just say it was a swinger night. Everybody was just chilling, swinging, doing their thing. And Puffy spiked somebody's drink, and these people didn't know, they was just there chilling. But their sexuality and the things that they like is going to be exposed because of something he did. But they may, if they didn't know, if I was there and I'm like, oh my God, who did what? And I I wouldn't want everybody to know what I was doing there.
But if you're getting baby oil put on you and it's getting absorbed through your skin and it's some type of crazy hallucinogenic drug and you have no concern, you don't know what is going on, you know. And I think it's been too many of those type of situations.
No, but I'm just saying, if I was there and you was there, right? We was there chilling, doing our thing, because we like to do our thing, whatever that was. If we was swinging like monkeys and eating bananas, whatever we was doing, we was sliding across the floor on baby oil. Right, because we like to do that.
Okay.
And we grown, and other people was doing stuff they ain't had no business doing. Why me and you got to be exposed at a trial when we was slipping and sliding and do? We don't need everybody to know that we like bananas in our butt.
I see what you're saying, because I mean, I've been in environments and I can see where it can go left, but I think where the gray area is when people are getting drugged, man, and you don't know who is
right.
So if I get drugged and I wake up the next day and I'm just like, what happened? I'm blaming everybody there.
I'm not.
I am, because somebody should have been like, and that's what I don't understand.
What if me and you didn't know, and this person is blaming everybody, and we was there to do the monkey slide because we like the monkey slide, but that ain't nobody business.
Right. But I think they were all in the same vicinity. I don't think this is different, like a house, you know. And again, I've heard about house parties and things like that, and there's different things going on in different rooms and stuff like that. I've heard of these type of parties.
I heard people slipping people Mickeys in a room.
That's why I never want to be in an environment where somebody is funneling the alcohol to me.
Right.
Because I mean, I'm going to bring my own. That's the one thing about, you know, the Swingers Club now is that it's BYOB. So I'm in control of my alcohol. I don't have to worry about nobody else's. I bring my own.
Oh, so, and then they got a BYOB?
Yes. It's very nice. It's very nice.
Oh. Well, if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. I'm your host, Trey Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
And we are doing our Let's Sip on That celebrity relationship news. And we were just talking about Puffy a little bit. I don't know how we got there, but that's okay. Oh, because the trial was this week. The trial has started. So we're going to get to this next story really quickly because I want to. Now, this right here ticked me off. So, oops, why did they go back to him? So, what's his Terrence
Howard.
Terrence Howard said he didn't want to play Marvin Gaye because he would have to kiss a man because Marvin Gaye was gay. Yes. This man is dead.
I don't know if he's a good. I don't think that's a good role for him. That's not.
He's not going to take the role because
I wouldn't want to see this. So it's like I don't really see.
But this is what ticked me off about this story. Why can't I put us on with it? But there we go. This is what ticked me off. First of all, you don't out somebody because I've never heard that Marvin Gaye was gay. Have you?
Mm-mm.
I've never heard. I heard he was a ladies' man, but anyway, but still, you don't out somebody who is dead and gone. Not that there would be anything wrong with him being gay, but like Luther said, don't worry about what I do in my bedroom. You like my music? I'm here to sing. So mind your business. So to out him, and then he said Quincy Jones told him, he's gay. Like Quincy ain't even here to rebuke, to have a rebuttal. Like, I don't like when people talk about people, and I'm so tired. I'm so sick and tired of gossiping men. This is the most gossiping men season of any gossiping men season that I ever seen. Men just running their mouths. And I'm just like, when did men start gossiping more than women? Like before, men would never tell.
They got a platform to talk, and everybody wants to be heard at some point.
But I understand that. But it's certain things that you just don't say. Like you tarnish this man's reputation, And like I said, even if he didn't want nobody to know that, if he wanted people to know, he would have told people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get to tell stuff about me that I never told nobody. It ain't nobody's business what I do in my bedroom. That ain't nobody's business what I took to the grave with me. So for you to even say that about him, for him to not be here and say, yeah, I was, so what? Or him to say, no, I wasn't. And that's not cool. So I was just like, you could have just said, I'm not playing. The Marvin Gaye role is not for me. You know what I'm saying? And I've been seeing Terrence Howard on a few interviews, and I'm really looking at him a different way now because I'm just
I've seen him on Joe Rogan, and he's definitely on some different stuff. So I think, and again, I talk about actors and celebrities all the time. They go through this towards the end of their career when they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's like, I want my soul back, and now they go on this thing and they go on this, try to be, cleansing and, all this awakening and everything. Now it's just like, you wasn't feeling like this when you was trying to make it. And now you see what you had to do to get where you at, because there is a sacrifice that has to be done. And from what we're learning, it's a lot of sexual play. That's coming out. A lot of sexual play that, your favorite actor had to do something they didn't want to do to get that role. So you gotta ask yourself, is that really what you want to do? So I think these guys go through this change where they go like, damn, man, I gotta fix this because this don't feel good in me. I got all this material stuff, I got all this notoriety, and it don't feel good. So now you got
about it too is the secret you tell. I always say you reap what you sow, right? So what you do to others gonna come back, and somebody gonna do it to you. So you're not gonna like when somebody says something about you that you don't want to be known about you, or that you didn't disclose. You're gonna be mad when they do it to you, because I'm sure there's some people that know some stuff about him. So when that stuff pop up, don't be mad because you did the same thing to Marvin Gaye. And that's all I'm saying is, like, I just don't like the level of snitching that's going on with men. Men have become snitchers. Like, y'all just snitching all over the place. And I'm like, this is so corny when I see men telling people secrets. I think it's the most.
Give me another guy.
The biggest turnoff ever. Let me think. Joe Budden do it all the time, but there's just men all the Puffy's bodyguard.
Oh, they're getting paid for that.
I don't care. I don't care. That's
everything's for sale now. He's in jail. They thinking like, man, it's my time to cash in because this joker didn't give me my money what I thought. So the only way I can recoup some of this is to tell what I was told not to tell.
I don't care. It's just so many men that are doing it. There's just so many men that are running their mouths right now. And I'm just like, what's this men talking about? The women they slept with? And I'm like, like, chill. Like, nobody needs to know that. Like, women, we love to talk. We love to gossip. But I have not seen this level of Mitches, male bitches, and all of my entire life. And I'm just like, why are y'all doing this? Like, y'all look real crazy. So anyway, I don't think that you should have played Marvin Gaye anyway. And
no. Who would you think? I've been racking my brain going like, who would be?
Tyrese.
Hell no.
Why? He could sing, he could act. I think he could do a good job. You got to take away. I take away his personal problems. I like Tyrese as a singer and actor. I don't like him.
The guy who's playing Captain America now, the black guy from Louisiana.
I don't watch movies or TV, so.
He does a bunch of stuff, but he's in all those Marvel things. He's Captain America. He's a good actor. I see he's on Black Mirror. He did some episodes on there and stuff like that.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's like.
Can he sing?
I don't know, but they can lip sync that. He ain't got to really sing.
Yeah, but I think Tyrese would do a good job as Marvin Gaye. I don't care about his personal life and all that. I think that he can act.
I don't think Tyrese can grow hair, so I don't think he can.
They could glue hair on like the Tyler Perry wigs.
Man, that's horrible. That is the worst thing ever. That is when Shamar Moore had them glued on cornrows. That's like putting some cornrows on me. That's horrible. That's a bad look, man. I like
it's all right, but they could do a good if you get the right makeup artist, like they could hook Tyrese up. I think he would do a good job. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New U Nation Network YouTube channel. If you are on YouTube right now, you can hit that thank you button if you enjoyed the show and bless us with a blessing. So let's get to one more celebrity, and then we're going to get to our health and wellness segment. On another note, congratulations to Rihanna and A$AP Rocky on their third baby. Rihanna has officially made her announcement that she is pregnant with their third child, and I am very, very happy for them. And I'm happy to see a Black couple that's just chilling together and enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really, really happy for them. So I wanted to end that segment on a happy note and say congratulations to them, and I hope that they continue to have a healthy, happy relationship. So we're gonna
Why they get married?
Huh?
Why they ain't getting married?
I think they might be married.
Cause she like, I don't want to give him all my money.
I think they might be married.
He ain't got no money compared to her. She's got $1 billion.
Oh yes, she's loaded. But I think they might be married on the sneak tip. Right. But even if they got married, all she got to do is get a prenup.
Yeah, I mean
a solid prenup. That's all. She ain't got to worry about her money if you get a prenup. And Maritza said Tyrese is a crybaby. So we're gonna get to our health and wellness segment. And it is Beauty and the Beast. He's the beauty, and I'm the beast. And we're going to give you a health and wellness tip, and we hope that you will use it this week. Again, here's our disclaimer for our health and wellness segment. Any health and wellness tips that we or anybody else give you, please ask your doctor before you try anything. Please ask your doctor, your physician, your general practitioner, before you try anything. And that is our disclaimer, because we are not trying to tell you to try anything. You are responsible for your own health and wellness, and we are just giving you a tip. Lamar?
I am back on my vitamin and supplement kick. So Anthony Mackie, that's it. Yes, sir. Thank you, Maritza. I'm on sexual herbs this time because I don't know if we get them enough. We don't give them enough love. Tongue Catalee. This is for men. So you guys, it's going to help you with your testosterone, boost your libido, increase muscle mass. Overall, if they call it, the miracle drug.
Oh.
For women.
That just turned me on.
Maca root. For women, balances your hormones.
Oh.
Helps with menstrual problems, menopause, and sexual dysfunction. So maca root, tongue catalee.
Oh, that was
good sexual herbs. So.
Oh, okay. So my health and wellness tip is be still. At least once a day, be still. So I'm back in the gym. Clap for me, Lamar. Did you see how aggressive I was with that?
Yeah. Hey, listen, you was in the gym. That point of view, you were just like.
Yeah, I did a plank. I used to be able to do a plank for 3 to 4 minutes. I only was able to do one long plank, and then I only could do like 20, 30 seconds. So I got a lot to build up. But the most important thing was today I just sat in a meditation booth that they have in the gym, and I was able to just relax my nerves, my whole body. And then I sat in a massage chair. So my health and wellness tip is be still, because we're moving at 1,000 miles a minute, and we don't realize how much havoc that is wreaking on our nervous system. And we don't know why we have pain in our neck and our back and all that, and our head is hurting, because we're not giving our nervous system a chance to chill.
Right.
So sitting there, when I sat there, it was like 30 minutes. It was 10 minutes in the meditation booth. Then it was 15 minutes on the massage chair. And then I just sat for 5 minutes. When I got up, I just felt so good. Like I felt like so light, and I haven't been feeling light at all because I haven't been still. Now working out is good, working is good, doing all the things is very good. But if you are not taking a moment every day, and I mean every day, I'm gonna do this to be still, then you are wreaking havoc on your nervous system. So, and the Bible says it, be still and know that I am God. Take that minute to be still and not worry about anything because we are constantly in a state of worry. You understand what I'm saying? Every day. What if this happened? What if that happened? What if my kid does this? What if I don't have the money for this bill? What if my health is not right? What if somebody calls me? And what if the boss? Just take 30 minutes a day if you can. If you got to start with 5, start with 5. But just take 30 minutes a day to get out of the valley of the what ifs and just clear your mind. Even if it's Lamar's going to send me some frequencies, even if it's guided meditation. Because when I went in the meditation booth, I said I was going to pray, but my mind started wandering. So I put on a guided meditation, and the woman was talking to me. She was like, breathe now, relax your hands, relax your feet, relax your lower back. So my mind didn't wander because I was listening to her guide me. So try that, y'all. Be still and know that I am God. So that is our health and wellness tip of the week. Now we're going to go to our final thought. Mar, what is your final thoughts?
I challenge people to live in a season of truth. You know, it sounds like, you know, some of our call or some of our emails today was just not about truth. You know, like a lot of things could be dealt with if you're truthful on the front end. So we got to start at this age. We got to learn how can you introduce truth into your life, you know, to where, and the growth happens when you become uncomfortable with that truth. But just start telling the truth, you know, just like tell people like whether you don't like something or whatever, you know, if you love somebody, tell them, just be living in truth where everything that people get used to, what comes out of your mouth is truthful, that they don't have to in your motive. So.
Hold on for 1 second. They're trying to kick me off of. Well, they're going to do this. Okay, I think they're going to kick me off. So my final thought is understand that growth is inevitable, right? You have to grow in life because if you're not growing, you're unaliving, right? We can't say the other word. So if you're not growing, you're unaliving. So look at your situation right now and see where in your life you need to grow and see where in your life you are stagnant. Because a lot of times we don't even know that we are unaliving ourselves by just being, like I said, doing the everyday things that we have to do. Like I was in a state of fight or flight for a very long time. And it really started to wreak havoc on my body. Like my doctor's telling me now, like, we want you to go to a neurologist. We think you have neuropathy, which is nerve damage. And I'm noticing that the stress is flaring up. Stress is the one thing that will take you out. So learn to look at yourself and look at the areas of growth that you need. And when you start to enhance those areas of growth, you'll have less and less stress. You was about to say something, Lamar? Stress?
No, I think sometimes we don't realize our age.
Oh.
And you have to really understand stress at this age will kill you.
Yes.
It absolutely will be the end of you if you deal with it incorrectly. So do what you can do. Fix what you can fix. But let it go. I mean, if you got bills that you can't pay, man, hey, listen, you got to deal with it.
Yeah, because if you're not here, if you're not here, they just gonna be gone.
I hear people about their jobs, and it's like, listen, be thankful for your job, but if you stress behind that job, you're crazy. I'm not stressing behind no job. I'm gonna give you what I got to give you, and then when I shut off, I'm shutting off. That's one thing over the last 4 or 5 years I've learned how to just shut things off.
I know that's right. Yeah. So this whole transition into getting Jermaine back in school, because there was a lot of stress on me, homeschooling, taking care of him, being with him all the time. And I didn't realize it as a parent. And this is to the parents. I didn't realize it as a parent that I had forgot about me. And we can't forget about us. We got to take care of ourselves. And again, just sitting still today was a whole nother level of self-care that I didn't realize I needed. Because I got to edit. I got to do this. I got to go here. I got to go there. And my body was really telling me, like, it just, once it hits your nervous system, that's a problem. And I've just been reading a lot about neuropathy, about nerves and all the things that we need to do. And I told y'all the last time we were on, the most important thing you can have is a health and wellness coach. My girl Netta, I called her, I told her what they want to put me on, because they want to put me on some psychotic stuff, like stuff for your mind, like Cymbalta. And I was just like, I called Netta, I texted her, I said, hey, she said, no, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take your aroma touch oil. You're going to take your vitamins. You're going to take your turmeric. You're going to take what was the other thing? Your frankincense. And you're going to get your internal right. And then you're going to use the oils on your external. And we're going to get you right. But what you're not going to do is take that. So it's important, because my health and wellness coach was in the medical field for over 20 years. So she knows what she's doing, and she knows what those ingredients are when she reads them. So she's like, nah, I said, but I told her, I said, I'm really struggling. I'm really suffering. She was like, well, when you do what I tell you to do consistently, you won't be. So I said, she said, have you been eating? I don't really eat.
I don't really eat either. You know,
our body needs fuel.
I'm one time a day. So I fasted for 18 hours the other day.
No, we got to eat. Like, our body, we got to eat right, but our body needs fuel.
Yeah, I eat, and when I do, I eat heavy. But you know, it's only one time. So
no,
you know,
I don't eat, and I know I don't. And I'm just like, I'm in here feeding Jermaine. But today, guess what I did? I went and bought me some chicken. I went and bought me a steak. It's all prepped in the refrigerator. I ain't have no foil, so I couldn't cook it today. But I'm gonna get some foil tomorrow. I'm gonna bake it slowly, and I'm gonna meal prep. Just some small pieces.
Yeah,
and I got some vegetables, some mixed medleys, and some fresh broccoli and some asparagus. I'm making a little bit of rice with some turmeric in it, and I'm gonna meal prep, and I'm gonna feed myself, because I make Jermaine eat 3 squares. I'll be in here, banana here, peanut butter and jelly sandwich there, and that's it. That's the whole day. And I'm just like, she's like, no, you can't do that.
You gotta eat a little heavier than that.
She's like, girl, you're starving. Your body is starving, and it's starving your mind. Because I'm like, I've been having these headaches.
Hey, I tell you this. I know you ain't with it. If you smoke a little weed, you get a little appetite, and you will rest at night. Because I smoke.
My doctor prescribes medical marijuana. They ask.
I smoke it. That's the only time I smoke. I smoke at night, and I just kind of.
I was like, I ain't smoking no weed. Weed make me paranoid. That's why I stopped smoking. After I had my kids, I was like, did I feed them? Did I change them? Oh my goodness.
Overthinker. You gotta learn how to shut your brain off. That's what you're doing.
Well, that's why I can't smoke weed. Weed turn my brain on. I start building stuff like, nah. So anyway, we done went left. If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. We thank y'all so much for tuning in. My name's Trey Kearney. I'm your host, and this is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
You can find him at
MAR_T_HALL13
on Instagram, and you can find me at Trey Kearney. And if you want to ask us a question, you can send it to info@newunationnetwork.com. And if you would like to advertise with us, your book, your brand, whatever it is that you're doing, we have eyes. We have your Generation X people who are looking for your products. You can also email us at info@newunationnetwork.com. We'll send you the rates and get your brand and business out there. So we thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. Be there or be square. See y'all later. We love y'all. Bye.